we are discussing properties of periodic function. So here we are discussing properties of periodic function. So in this one, first property we are discussing that we have discussed graphical definition of periodic function. A fixed interval repeats again and again. That means that periodic function, that fixed interval, it will go till infinite, it will go, and left hand side it will go till minus infinite. So from where we can say that a periodic function graph a periodic function graph always goes in RHS side till infinite and LHS side it will go till minus infinite. That means if I have one graph, and this side is continuous, so this is 0 1 2 3, this is minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, and it will be continuously going. So if you check this function, this interval is repeating, okay, here also same interval, here also same interval, but after that it is not coming. So this function is not periodic because it is not repeating after 3. But here in left hand side it is repeating, but right hand side after 3 it is not repeating. So this is not a periodic function. So we can say that a periodic function is there. So here this is the period. If I say if this same interval repeats this side also and this side also, so graph will go from this side minus infinite and in this side it will go till infinite. Then only the function we can say periodic function. If a function is bounded between the limit of x, then that function is not a periodic function. So after 3 we are not getting any graph, so we can say this is not a periodic function. Okay, so this is the first point. What is property number 2? So what is property number 2? This I will explain by diagram. So here we are taking a periodic function graph. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So this is the periodic function graph is there. And so it will be continued this side. Similarly, this is also, it will continue in this side. Okay, so this one period is fundamental period. Fundamental period is t. If fundamental period is t, that means interval 0 to t. This length, if you see, this is origin and this is t. So fundamental period is t. That means this interval will repeat again and again. So here is what 0 to t, then t to 2t, it will repeat. Then this is 3t, then this is 4t, and so on. Similarly, t is distance. If you go left hand side, so this point is what minus t. Then here we will go at minus 2t. This is what minus 3t, and so on. It will be continued. Now this maximum value we can take. This is suppose 2. Now where fx is what 1. This is y equal to fx function. Y equal to fx. Okay. So y fx equal to 1 we want. So at 1 we will draw a line. Okay. So this point, suppose this value is what a. This value is what a. Okay. Now you can see here we know that y equal to fx fundamental period is t. Okay. That means it will repeat same value at after t. So here is a. So if you go from here to here, you can see this interval is what? This interval length is what? T. Because here one cycle will come. So this point we can say a plus t. Similarly from here, if I go t distance away, so this point will come. So this value, this point x value what will come? A plus 2t. Similarly from here, if I go t interval, so t distance away, so you can see here, we will reach here. So this value is what? X equal to what will come? A plus 3t. Similarly, from here, if I go t distance before, below left hand side, so if you go here, so this point will come. So this point is what? We are going left hand side, so from a we have to subtract t. So what will come here? A minus t. Now from this point, if you go left hand side, t distance away, so we will reach at this point. So this value what will become? X equal to what? because we are going t distance from here left hand side, so from here you have to subtract t. So what will be a minus 2t. Similarly, from this point, if you go t distance left hand side, so you can see this point will reach, and this point is what, x equal to what will come, a minus 3t. Like that it will come, and you can see at a we are getting this value. Okay, so this value is what we can say f of a. Then at a plus t you are getting this value. At a plus t you are getting this value, and you can see this value and this value, both values same only, because this is what y. This is what y equal to 1. Y equal to 1. So at here also y equal to 1 will come. So we can say here this is equal to f of a plus t. Similarly, f of a plus 2t also same will come. This is f of a plus 2t. Okay, this is equal to what, f of a plus 3t, and so on. Similarly, this side will come f of a minus t. This is f of a minus 2t, and this point is what, f of a minus 3t, and so on. So from here we can say that f of a in general we can say equal to f of a plus n times t, where n belongs to what, integer. So if you put here n equal to 1, so what will come, f of a equal to f of a plus t. If I put n equal to 2, f of a equal to f of a plus 2t. So here these two are equal. If I put n equal to 3, then this one and this one equal. Correct? Similarly, we can put negative value. So if I put minus 1, so this one and this one equal will come. If I put minus 2, then this one and this one will come equal. So this value is true for n belongs to integer. So value will become same only. Suppose a value is 0. A value is 0. So we can say that f of 0 equal to what? F of n times t. Then whatever value at 0 we have, same value we will have at every t. T, 2t, 3t, every value we have. So here, according to periodic function, what we can say, suppose at x equal to a, we are getting some value y equal to suppose 3. Then after certain interval, f of a plus n times t, we will get same value 3 we will get. This is the periodic function second. Next we are discussing property number 3. What is property number 3? fx is a periodic function with the period t. Then root over fx comma 1 by fx is also a periodic function with the period t. Okay, so fx is a periodic function with the period t. Then we are saying that root over fx and 1 by fx is also a periodic function with the period t. How to prove? See, proof. Fx is periodic function with the period t. So from here we can say that f of x plus t must be equal to fx. Okay, this is given. Then we have to check whether these two functions are periodic or not. So this function we are taking what? H of x. So what is h of x? Root over fx. So we are saying that this function period is also t. So we can check here h of x plus t. So h of x will be that root over f of x plus t. And we know f of x plus t is what? Fx. This is given. So this will come out root over fx. So from here we can say that h of x plus t is equal to what? H of x. So we can say hx period, we can say what? T. So hx period is t. That means root over fx period is also t, we can say. Similarly, we have to check this one also. So here we are taking what? Gx. So gx is what? 1 by fx. So g of x plus t is what? 1 by f of x plus t. And f of x plus t is what? Fx. So this will be what? 1 by fx. So this is what? G of x will come. So g of x plus t equal to gx. So gx is periodic with the period t. This will come with the period t. So this point is 3. Next we are discussing property number 4. So property number 4 is fx is a periodic function with the period capital T, then f of ax plus b where a comma b belongs to R is also a periodic function with the period capital T divided by modulus of A. Why we are taking modulus of A here? Because A can be positive or negative possible, and period is always positive. So T is positive and A is negative, then we have to take modulus here because period is positive. So to make period is positive, we have to divide by modulus of A. Now how to prove this one? So we know fx is periodic function. So y equal to fx is periodic function. And how to get this function from here? So we have to do a transformation of graph. So first thing what you do, x replace with x plus b. So what will come here? Y equal to f of x plus b will come. Then here instead of x we have to replace with ax. So if I replace x with ax, then what will come? F of ax plus b. This will come. So here x we are replacing with x plus b, and y equal to fx is a periodic function with the period t, and here x we are replacing x plus b. Then what will happen in graph? What will happen? Either it will shift left hand side or right hand side, but cycle will not change. So this one period also will come what? T only will come, because there is no change in cycle. Only graph will shift either left hand side or right hand side according to b value. Now from here to here, how to find out? X replace with what? Ax. Then we will get this one. And we discuss in transformation graph, if I replace x with ax, then we have to divide entire x-axis with modulus of a. Why we are taking modulus of a? Because a should be what? That value should be what? Positive only. So if a is negative, then we have to take modulus. Okay. So here this function, suppose this function graph is coming like that, and so on. Roughly I am taking graph. So this is 0, this is t, 2t, 3t, and this is minus t, minus 2t, minus 3t, and so on. So this one period is t. So you can say this cycle is repeating again and again. So this is what? Y equal to f of x plus b. Now here x we are replacing with ax. Then in graph what effect will come? In entire x-axis we have to divide by modulus of a. So this will come 0 divided by modulus of a. This is t divided by modulus of a, 2t divided by modulus of a, 3t divided by modulus of a. This is also minus t divided by modulus of a, minus 2t divided by modulus of a, minus 3 divided by modulus of a. So entire x-axis we have to divide. So now if we check, this is what? Y equal to f of ax plus b graph. Now you can see here, according to graph we can say this interval is repeating again and again. So what is this length interval? That is t divided by modulus of a minus 0. So what will come here? T divided by modulus of a. So this is, we can say this interval is repeating again and again. And what is this length of this interval? This is t divided by modulus of a. You can take this interval also. So length of this interval also what will come? Same will come, t divided by modulus of a. So this function we can say periodic with a period t divided by modulus of a. Okay, if you want you can take this one also. So this one also repeated again and again. So here this length will come at 2t divided by modulus of a. So period can be 2t divided by modulus of a, you can say. And you can check here, this interval is at minimum. So we can say this is fundamental period. Fundamental period is t divided by modulus of a. If fundamental period is t divided by modulus of a, so period will be what? Period will be what? N times t divided by modulus of a, where n belongs to what? Natural numbers. So we have discussed already that a function fundamental period value is what? Only 1, but period can be infinity possible. So fundamental period is t divided by modulus of a, then period will be what? N times t divided by modulus of a, where n belongs to natural numbers. So this is property number 4. So whenever we know fx periodic function we know, then if you want to find out this one periodic function, then what you will do? This one period t and x coefficient is what? A, so we have to divide by modulus of a.